Welcome to In the Mix Africa with Ashwyn, Betty, and my, oh my, what a show we have for you today. Of course, we're focusing on the Region 5 Youth Games, and who better to help us talk about them than the spokesperson himself, Dickson Vambe. So we're going to be talking everything Region 5 Youth Games. Of course, as you know, opening ceremony happening as we speak. We'll also touch on WAFCON, which begins on Saturday. Mike Sichula will give us that from Zambia. This is In the Mix Africa, so you know, the food is involved along with the football. Welcome to the show. All right, it's time for us to kick off with the one and only Dickson Vambe, spokesperson for the Region 5 Youth Games. Amongst other functionalities in sport, he's the right person to be on In the Mix Africa. Dickson, how's it going, man?
Yes, how are you doing?
I'm fantastic. Glad you're here. The opening ceremony is happening as we speak. We appreciate you being here with us. Region 5 Youth Games are back in Namibia after 20 years. How's the preparation been?
Look, I think it's important to know that Namibia is hosting the 2024 edition, which we're supposed to be in Mozambique, but due to other factors that has been happening in Mozambique, including cyclones and all the other factors, political factors in Mozambique, Namibia had 6 months to prepare for it. So more than 2,000 athletes from 10 different African countries are in the country as we speak, now at the Independence Stadium for the opening ceremony. The first gentleman is also there, as well as our Excellency Dr. Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah is also there. So the stadium is packed, and we're excited. It's a whole cultural show happening there, as well as sporting excellence.
Yes, and of course, you know, the athletes would have arrived earlier in the week. What's been the energy? What's the atmosphere been like from the athletes themselves?
So I think it's good for you to know that we kicked off already yesterday with the beach volleyball at DTS,
yes,
as well as the 3x3 basketball at UN Plaza.
Yes.
And for those that have been following the preparations of the Region 5 Youth Games, will know that the country is going through some extensive renovations at some of these facilities that are being used both in Windhoek and in Swakop. And it's the first edition where we are hosting the para athletes as well as the special Olympics within the athletics. Wow. And also in 2 different towns. So Windhoek focused, as well as Swakop for athletics and swimming.
And I understand there's a COSAFA element as well?
A big COSAFA element, the COSAFA under 20, both women and men. The women will be playing at the Hage Geingob Stadium, as well as the men. So we'll be using both Hage Geingob as well as the UNAM Stadium.
All right, no, fantastic. So let's get into our schedule. Let's see exactly what's going to be happening with regards to the time and the scheduling, and of course, the sport codes. As you can see right there, we've got athletics, basketball, boxing, football, male and female, judo, karate, netball, swimming, table tennis, volleyball, and e-sport. So this is looking fantastic. As you can see, everything starts, a lot of the events start on the 4th. Of course, as Dickson mentioned, the basketball 3x3 and the volleyball already got started. So this is what the schedule looks like. Let's have a look at some of the individual sports. So as you know, basketball starting on the 5th of July. South Africa, Malawi, Angola, Zambia, Mozambique getting it done over there. Let's have a look at the other sport codes. Beach volleyball. Very, very exciting first game. Namibia versus Malawi. Judo is also going to be a part of the games. This is what the schedule looks like. Do make sure you visit My Zone on Facebook, and you will be able to see every single one of these schedules in detail. As we spoke about the men's football happening at the Hage Geingob Stadium, we'll be looking forward to that. And of course, some swimming, starting with freestyle. You know, freestyle is usually saved for last, but it's nice to see freestyle very exciting event with the 200 meter and the 100 meters starting first. So netball as well. We know that Namibia performed very well on the international scene recently, coming back with a netball cup. So they have everything to play for as well. And you can see women's football, COSAFA. My goodness. Do make sure you get all these schedules from our pages. All right, so Region 5 Youth Games. Everybody is excited. It is our region. There's a lot of pride attached to this, Dickson.
There's a lot of pride and there's a lot of relativity as well. I think this is also the first time after such a long time that tech has moved on.
Yes.
And we're looking as well as hosting what we call greener games, sustainable games. So we've installed air quality monitors in the different venues to, obviously our athletes are important and their health is important, to monitor the quality of the air that the athletes will be breathing. And
Yes.
these monitors will stay and will remain in the country for as long as they last. So
Alright.
there's a big legacy aspect
Yes.
when it comes to these games.
Fantastic.
That being said, there's obviously also the hashtags that we're using for
Yes.
people that are following us on social media. So it is hashtag owning the moment. So hashtag own the moment, hashtag I'm Region 5, because I'm Region 5, you are Region 5,
Yes.
and our athletes are Region 5.
All right.
And then we have what we call More Than Games, which focuses on sustainability and obviously paying it forward into the future.
If you don't mind, Dickson, now we're going to go a little further and stick to the more than games part, because we still have a lot to talk about, but more than the game, you've got some cooking to do with Patty. So Dickson's going to go to the other side, then he'll swing back as we continue talking Region 5.
Okay, viewers, we are here in my Briar Corner, and Dickson, welcome to In the Mix Africa. It's your first time on In the Mix Africa. We've been here with you on In the Mix. We do things a little bit different here, but welcome nonetheless.
Well, thank you. I think this is quite a fitting moment, especially now that we're celebrating the opening ceremony of the Region 5 Youth Games. And what a better way. If I'm missing the opening ceremony, this is a perfect platform for me to also get something to chow before I run back.
Yeah, just get ready, the energy for the day. So on the menu, we kept it simple, but a little, got to add a little something extra. We got our short ribs, which I marinated, and our viewers know when it comes to marinating, I just do what my heart tells me is right. So there's no steps that I follow. And then earlier, we fried some, I almost said chicken. I don't know, so I have a thing for chicken. We had corn. Okay, I had an argument with Brian whether it was corn, sweet corn, whatever you call it, but I just say it's corn.
Corn.
It's corn.
I'm on your side.
We had the corn wrapped in foil, and we just, rubbed some butter and a bunch of spices in the butter. So we'll see how that tastes later. But let's not waste any time. Please go ahead.
So
put this on the grill for us.
What I like about what you said is you do what feels right for you when it comes to the marinating. And I think all In the Mix Africa, I think when it comes to marinating, I think you're the best in the business from what I've heard. So I'm hoping, and I'm really hoping that this obviously becomes a tradition.
Well,
That you are the official marinator.
for In the Mix and all Brian-related
Matters.
activities and matters. Yes, you're putting me a little bit, giving me a standard that I need to uphold.
What I must say
learning
is-
from Brian here.
What I must say is it smells really nice and I love the texture. And I'm hoping that once we turn it 2 or 3 times, we get to use some of this leftover marinade to put it on top.
I like doing that, smart man. But if we didn't have the short ribs here and of course the corn, what would you have had on the grill today?
So I think also short ribs go very well with. I'm not sure if you've ever had sweet potato right here on the roaster. So what you do is you butter the sweet potato, you cut it in half, and then you just turn it around and you have it. It's nice, it's crunchy, it's amazing. So since we celebrate in Africa, this is what we do whenever we are, or when we were playing football in West Africa.
Okay, so now we have something to do for next week's in the Mix Africa. I'm gonna take you up on that, and I'm gonna try it next week. Okay, Ashwyn, if you can hear me, we're having sweet potatoes on the grill next week. Great. So while this is going on, how are you feeling about the youth games? Like you told Ashwyn, the team had 6 months to prepare for this, and now that the time has finally arrived, how are you feeling? How's the team doing? I'm sure the energy is high and everyone is just, alert. They're just busy and ready. How are you feeling about everything happening?
So I'm excited, and I'm still in awe to realize how much potential this country has, and the team that was put together by the cabinet to be able to run these games in such a short space of time. And we know we are with the 8th dispensation, and the 8th dispensation is all about delivering. Yeah. And we are owning the moment for this Region 5 Youth Games. It's more than games, and for me personally, I'm excited. I'm excited with people that I've got to meet, the people that I've been able to work with. Yeah. It's exciting, and to see how they're translating into the athletes on the field. It's brilliant.
Perfectly said. So hashtag Own the Moment is finally here. But while we get our short ribs ready, we're just going to head over to see what Brian and Jevon is up to, and then we'll have a look at Short Corner. So we'll be right back.
Back our boykies for the upcoming Africa Cup. Send a 30-second video message wishing Namibia all the best and win an Enjoy voucher membership worth 3,000 Namibian dollars. Scan the QR code to enter the ultimate fan experience. WhatsApp hashtag NRU to 085 785 6231 and click Ultimate Rugby Fan. Competition ends 19th of July 2025.
And good day, viewers. As you guys know, it's another Friday. Ashwyn won't be standing in for me this week. I'm back joining my brother Jevon Wilson. Jevon, a sad day for football, or a sad week, or a sad couple of days for football. But how are you doing, brother, man?
Yeah, I'm pretty well. As you mentioned, it's very somber for the football fraternity out there. Our prayers and thoughts are with the Liverpool community and football community at large for the loss of Diego Jota, true legend of the game. I would say a true baller for Liverpool Football Club.
Definitely did do a lot for Liverpool, but the tragic accident was recorded on Thursday as Jota and his younger brother Andre Silva were involved in a car crash, causing him to lose his life only at 28. Still had a lot to offer to football, so we do mourn him, and like I said, we do say condolences to the whole family and the Liverpool support as a whole. Wait, that doesn't stop us from doing our show. We still have to focus on what the big deal is. And Jevon, I think we start off with the match of the week. FIFA Club World Cup has been our topic of discussion. It's what we've been focusing on lately. So yeah, what are your thoughts on the match of the week? Bayern Munich, that will be facing off against the team that I tipped to win this tournament at the beginning of the tournament, Paris Saint-Germain.
Interesting game. I think Harry Kane has caught form now in the Club World Cup. But as you mentioned, PSG really the team out there to beat, strong favourites, really demolished the likes of Inter Miami and Messi and company. So yeah, match of the week, predict your score, tag 3 friends, make sure to mention us in your story, and you could be one of our winners to win $1,000 in free bets.
I got you guys on this one. I'm saying 3-1 PSG. Straightforward, very easy. If you're not doing 3-1, you can do 4-1. Jevon, one of the things that you are mostly excited about this coming weekend, the Durban July. That's also happening. So we do have the main race. Let's have a look at those odds. Then you can maybe just run us through, give the punters maybe like a tip or two. So it will be coming up short on the screen. And there we go. 8 on 18. The odds on favorite with 2.4 odds. So yeah.
Drifted slightly. As you know, it's Africa's richest race day. So we have 8 on 18 there, who is a strong 3-year-old colt. As you see, it drifted slightly to 2.4, which is decent money. You make more than double if you put some cash on there. Even if you aren't a horse racing supporter or fan, you can always try to watch the race, put some money on. It's an exciting race day on Saturday, and as you can see, we have the full card available at JSBsports.bet, and we have the main race there with Oriental Charm coming in as second favorite along with Immediate Edge. A couple of others, the Real Prince also stands a chance. So does Selukwe, but my money is definitely on the number 11, Justin Snaith and Richard Fourie, 8 on 18.
I think one horse that I closely follow is my best shot, and I'm very intrigued that he is at 21 odds. But that's all that we'll be talking about. That one, we'll have a look at Jevon's best list for now. Let's have a look at the football one. We don't have much time. It'll be coming up on the screen shortly. Jev, I like this best slip, I'm not going to lie. So run us through it.
Club World Cup, straightforward, all straight wins. Al Hilal, I think they're going to make it to probably semis or maybe even final.
Okay.
I think they have a decent side. They're knocking out Man City. Chelsea, I think Chelsea have a good chance at winning it, as much as you like PSG. Inter Milan that I've backed, kicked out. I will follow Chelsea and Al Hilal. Then obviously PSG Bayern, I have PSG as a banker there. Same as the Madrid and Dortmund game, I'll go with the Galacticos.
Okay, now let's have a look at the Durban July. You have three horses for us there. Odds come in very nicely. I like them. Payout is at 5K from $200. So run us through that one.
Yeah, quick treble there. Mohammed Missile, 8 on 18, ridden by the same jockey that is Mr. Richard Fourie, champion jockey of South Africa. And then in the 8th race, I have Double Grand Slam, who has the same train as 8 on 18 with Andrew Fortune. I think that's decent, $200, 5,600. I'll go with that bet.
Okay, cool. Let's have a look at my bet slip. Mine is very similar to Jevon's. I'm going with Chelsea to get the win. With PSG, I'm not only going for PSG to win, but I think Bayern Munich will definitely score. So I'm going for PSG and both teams to score the same. I'm doing the same thing with Real Madrid. I'm saying Real Madrid are going to win, but I think Guirassy can get a goal. And then Fluminense and Al Hilal, I'm going to sit on the fence on this one. So I'm going to go for both teams to score in over 2-5. That's how mine is looking. We have 40 odds, $100 brings you in at 4K. And then if you have a look at my Durban July, Pink Pigeon, one of my favorite horses that I've been tracking lately. He's in race 2. He's my favorite to win. I go for a place for King Palace. 8 on 18, I agree with you. He's going to win that race and double Grand Slam as well. Another one where I agree. 40 odds, $100 gets you 4,000. And viewers, once again, that's all the time that we do have for you. If this video was too fast for you, you can always go back, copy our links, copy our betting tips, and then you can place your own bets. But from us, that's all the time that we do have for you. Until next week, same time, same place. Goodbye.
Your life could change at any second, but you'll never know until you take the chance. With sports betting, number games, and online casino gambling, JSB is your best bet. Will you be Namibia's next instant millionaire? Place your bets easily online at jsbsport.bet or at any JSB location nationwide. We'll take you to the action anywhere, anytime. JSB, where the next instant millionaires come to play. Strictly no under 18s. JSB supports responsible gambling. Winners know when to stop.
Now, as you know, the Region 5 Youth Games are happening in Namibia, but concurrently, WAFCON is going to be happening in Morocco, and Zambia is getting ready. They're getting very, very ready. Coach Nora Hoptle, she had some comments as she spoke to the Football Association of Zambia. That's going to be a part of this clip. But first off, Mike Sichula gives us short corner.
She said the team has been emphasizing on building cohesion, strengthening their core values, and ensuring that they are physically and mentally ready for the opening match against hosts Morocco. So Zambia is in Group 4. They are also placed against the Democratic Republic of Congo and Senegal. So this group, Zambia has gone to this tournament with an ambitious ambition of winning their first WAFCON title.
The mood is excellent. I think we find a very good balance between having good mood but also work hard. So far, coach is very satisfied, and we progress towards the start of the tournament. I think it's a bit working on the cohesion. We are clearing still on values. Had a very good session yesterday about it, where we agreed how do we want to act on the pitch. Beside football, you know, how do we want to be recognized? What is our culture, our values we want to live and express to outside. On the other hand, we are working good on the pitch, trying, of course, already to focus on the opening game against Morocco, clearing some screws on the strategy and just also ensure that the players are in the right fitness for the opening game. I mean, we know that Morocco is the runner-up from the last tournament, so for us we want to hunt them. They have technical good players. We are aware, of course, of this. Try to find a good strategy against it and challenge them the best we can. Obviously, we hope that as many as possible can arrive here in Morocco to support us on site. Or if it's not possible, that you are behind the televisions. We expect that the full nation is cheering for us, is supporting us, and is carrying us through this group stage.
Taking flight has never been easier. Paratus is introducing Sky-Fi internet packages with speeds that will have you reaching for your seatbelts. Starting from $500 Namibian excluding VAT per month, with speeds reaching up to 10 megabits per second. There's even a prepaid option where you can top up your Sky-Fi internet for just $15 Namibian per gigabyte. No contracts, no fuss. Visit your nearest Paratus branch to find out more. Or go to paratus.africa/Namibia to sign up online.
Welcome back to In the Mix Africa. It is full time and we've been talking about the Region 5 Youth Games happening in Namibia. 20 years on. This is the 2024 edition. We couldn't have it last year because of what was happening in Mozambique, but we are in the land of the brave. And I've been here talking to the spokesperson for the Region 5 Youth Games, Mr. Dickson Vambe. So Dickson, the games have started. The opening ceremony is well in the process. What are the most favorable outcomes for you in organizing this?
Look, I think just on a high level, the favorable outcome now is to make sure that records are broken. The Region 5 Youth Games have produced many legends. Caster Semenya, Collins Vesuma, our own Christine Boma. So the Region 5 Youth Games are a launchpad for greatness. And I'm hoping that we break records, be it in swimming, be it on the track, be it on... that we have our next footballing star. So this is an exciting platform for the youth from the region, 10 different countries, 2002 athletes. And of course, we always forget the behind the scenes, the people that are, be it the production crews, be it the coaches, be it the technical stuff, everyone that's involved. This is a launchpad for their careers as well.
Yes, I really like that phrase, a launchpad for greatness. I mean, you did mention truly great names, Caster Semenya, Christine Boma. So we have a lot to look forward to. It's not just about people going to the first to the last minute of the sport. It's about them giving their best throughout. And do keep in mind, you can check out coverage on MyZone, NTV, oneup2.com. Go to Echo on oneup2.com in case you've missed something. But right now, Patty is trying to make sure that we don't miss out on the food. So, Patty, I heard you screaming a little bit out there about sweet potatoes. I wasn't sure, but what's in front of us right now?
Okay, so our main braaier here made sure that our meat was ready. So we have marinated beef short ribs. And then, of course, we have some corn. I feel that's a very African thing, is corn.
Corn or sweet corn?
You know, I call it corn, but I like to call it sweet corn.
Yes.
Nonetheless, it's corn.
Can I teach you a word for corn in Shona?
Sure.
Here we go again. Chibage.
Chibage.
Well done.
Chibage. We're having chibage today. Okay.
Fantastic. I love this. And I guess we're calling this the Region 5 rib stack.
Exactly.
I can rock with that. So, that's been In the Mix Africa. Dickson Vambe and Patricia and myself are about to get in. Please, by all means. Oh, yes. I'm going to start with the chibage. Love this little tomatoes over there. Patty always makes sure the detail is intact. Do make sure you follow the Region 5 Youth Games happening in Namibia on all our platforms. Do make sure you join In the Mix Africa next week, because this is the platform where African sport lives. And as Dickson said, a launchpad for greatness. Cheers.